So in today's video, guys, we're gonna have a look at the latest drop coming from New Balance for the 1906 range, which dropped in few color combination, and this one is called a Tech Explosion. Hello guys, and welcome back for a brand new review. If you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing and also giving me a like. It will help out the channel. In today's video, guys, as I said earlier, we're gonna have a look at the latest drop for a pair of New Balance 1906, which will have some slightly different upgrades, I would say, with some deconstructed elements which are looking quite nice. Let's go ahead and start with the box, guys, which, as you can see, will come in one of the regular ones in this dark gray colorway, which will have this big New Balance logo and the lettering underneath in this whitish color. So let's just go ahead and take them out. So in today's video, guys, we're gonna have a look at one out of 4 color combinations which just dropped, and this one will be for the New Balance 1906 in the Sea Stone colorway. So it seems that in the last couple of months, New Balance has dropped this range having some new design elements which are looking, I would say, quite interesting, with these slightly longer panels, which for sure will look a bit different. And even though these ones are not all of them synthetic, for sure I would say that this one, it's a nice drop. So this one dropped in the last week or so, at least here in the UK, for the retail price of £140, which will be around $150 US. And this one dropped from what I've seen at the time in 4 or 5 colorways, but for now I can find only 2 of them. Nevertheless, I managed to get this one in the Sea Stone colorway, which is also called Great Plains Khaki, which most definitely is looking quite nice. And in general, this 1906 range, it's also quite a comfortable release, which is sitting on this Absorb midsole. So in case you want to have a slightly different pair of New Balance 1906, this one and the other colorway, which is available in few retailers, which is called Slate Gray Red, are still available in most of the sizes. So let's go ahead and also do a small breakdown of this release, guys. So as you can see, for this upper, we're gonna have a mix of few materials. As a base layer, we're gonna have this open style gray mesh, which will be present for most of this upper. And on top, of course, we're gonna have a few overlays. One of it will be this dark brown suede material, which will cover the front part of the tobo section, where you're also gonna have some perforation holes. And this one will also be present here in the midfoot on both medial and lateral side. But as you can see, on the medial side, this one will have some slightly longer panels. Then we're also gonna have some synthetic overlays as well, which will come in this lighter shade of brown. We're also gonna have some silver as well, and in the midfoot we'll also have it in a dark gray colorway as well. But as you can see, this silver one, it feels that it has this offsetting, which in my opinion is looking quite good. Then in the midfoot, we're gonna have your usual N-lock system, which will make part of this N logo on both medial and lateral side. But as you can see, this one won't stop at the N logo. This one will go underneath it, having these slightly longer materials. As in for the actual lacing system, we're gonna have some punch out holes. We're also gonna have this N-lock system here in the midfoot. Here at the bottom, as I said earlier, we're also gonna have this offset one, which goes towards the medial side. So this lacing system will keep in place these very interesting laces, which will come in this off-white color. And underneath these laces, we're gonna have this dark gray mesh material for this tongue, which will have a decent amount of padding. And this one towards the top will have this synthetic leather material in this silver color, which yet again will have this offset design. And this one on top will have written as usual running and the NB logo. Then going at the back of the shoe, As usual, for this one we're gonna have this TPU heel counter support in this very dark gray colorway, which will also reveal this mesh underneath. This one also have the NB lettering as well, but this is something usual. Then going inside of the shoe, guys, for this one I'm gonna have this dark gray lining, which underneath will have a decent amount of padding. And also at the bottom we're gonna have your usual foam insole, which will be an Ortholite one, which as you can see will have a lot of imprints here at the heel section. So now guys, we can go to this dual color midsole in this cream and gray colorway, which will be Absorb one. So this one will have your normal standard pattern, nothing changed here. This one in my opinion is actually quite comfortable, has also a very interesting design as well. It doesn't add too much weight either. So this one is still quite a comfortable midsole, which if I'm not mistaken it's also used in other models coming from New Balance. So now guys, we can finish with this rubber outsole, which will come in this black color. So this one will have a lot of this absorb exposed in a lot of places, which is something usual. Then in the midfoot we're also gonna have this stability web clip, which will give it a bit of rigidity. And as usual here at the heel section we're gonna have the New Balance lettering. As in for the actual sizing, guys, for this range I'm always going with my true to size, and for me, as I have skinny feet, this one fits me just fine, and I will see that it's gonna be roughly the same for people with normal feet. But just in case you have wide feet, guys, most definitely I would suggest to go with at least a half size up, just to make sure that this front part of the shoe, which is a bit pointy, is not gonna be too tight for you. So overall, guys, this latest release coming from New Balance for this 1906 range, which we had it released in few color combination. In my opinion, it's bringing some slightly better materials comparing with your usual general releases for this range, where we're gonna have a few overlays containing quite nice suede materials, and this one will have this slightly longer overlays here and there, which for sure makes it look a bit better. For sure, this one I would say that it's gonna be a very good release for spring to summer, as it's gonna have a lot of this mesh, which is quite breathable. Of course, this one will also sit on this Absorb midsole, which is one of the most comfortable coming from New Balance. So overall, I would say that this one is a very nice and comfortable release on the market right now, which, to be honest, comparing with the other colorway which is still available, I like it more. So in case you have the chance to go for this one, guys, for sure I would recommend it. This one, it's quite a good one. So yeah, guys, this was my unboxing and reviewing of this brand new release coming from New Balance for this 1906 range in the Tech Explosion release. I really hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you did, don't forget to press the like button, maybe also subscribe to the channel. Of course, if you want to have a look at any of my latest reviews, you can choose from any of the videos which you have now on the screen. And as always, I will see you in my next one. Thanks for watching!